Imperial Tobacco was founded by 13 family-run businesses led by Wills, Players and Lampard and Butler. In December 1901, it grew to become the fourth largest tobacco company in the world. Their headquarters are based in the UK and they operate in more than 160 countries. Their key market is the UK, Germany and Spain. It sells these key brands such as Davidoff, West, Drum and Rizla. Imperial Tobacco's main competitor is Philip Morris, which is the leading tobacco company. Their headquarters are in New York. Their leading products are Marlboro, L&M, Parliament and Philip Morris. We have chosen 3 areas to look at from our study of Imperial Tobacco, taken from pest and SWOT techniques, along with CSR, which is corporate social responsibility. This concept is whereby an organization takes interest in society by taking responsibility of their activities on customers, employees, shareholders, communities, and the environment.
During our in-depth analysis of Imperial Tobacco, we have managed to find the latest legal issues causing controversy with this company. In 2002, Imperial Tobacco was accused of failing to control and actively encouraging tobacco smuggling. Also, obstructing work of HM Customs and deliberately exporting large consignments to places where there is no obvious market for them. There has also been accusations of involvement with selling to Afghanistan, where the only obvious customers are mafia who smuggle the cigarettes back to the UK. Gareth Davis, the chief executive of Imperial Tobacco, signed an agreement with Custom and Excise on July 14, 2003, pledging Imperial Tobacco support for a 3-year government program to slash the number of cigarettes sold on the black market. In 2001, the number of cigarettes smuggled had dropped by 1 billion sticks, or 5%. More than 5 billion cigarettes have been seized during the first 2 years of the crackdown, of which Imperial brands have represented about half of all the seizures.
The environmental data of Imperial Tobacco continues to show encouraging downward trends in energy and water consumption, carbon dioxide emissions, waste and waste to landfill. The main direct energy source of Imperial Tobacco is natural gas, which is mostly used for heating purposes. 13% less energy was consumed in 2006 than in 2001. This is due to 30% of the electricity consumption that came from renewable sources. They are working towards evaluating the environmental risks and minimizing waste to landfill wherever possible. In the African operations, they store small quantities of hazardous waste, while they are working out ways to dispose of it responsibly, as there are almost no accredited waste handling companies. Imperial Tobacco is continually running projects in order to decrease pollution output in other countries.
It has become apparent that Imperial Tobacco should adopt a new style of management in order to get ahead from its competitors. The recommended management model that Imperial Tobacco should go forward with is the Open Systems model. The Open Systems model is simply perfect, as Open Systems, like Imperial Tobacco, relies on imports, resources of raw material. Once the raw tobacco and other materials are attained, it would have to undergo the transformation process. In this case, the end product and the output of this process would be the stick of cigarette. Within the model, there are many subsystems: business process, structure, people, finance, technology, objectives, management, culture, and power. Each of these subsystems need to be looked at carefully in order for the transformation process to run smoothly. In order for a major profit to be made from the refining of raw material, Imperial Tobacco need to focus on lowering energy costs and maximising manpower potential by changing the culture of the company to keep staff happy and productive. This can all be achieved by keeping up to date with technology and continuing to give staff fair working conditions and a decent salary.
The tobacco industry has commissioned numerous reports evaluating its gross economic contribution in terms of employment in both manufacturing and agriculture, but not in the health sector, earnings, exports and tax paid. That it would be possible totally to eliminate all tobacco consumptions, and that where tobacco consumption is reduced, the economic factors relate to changes in other wider economics such as interest rates, wage levels, health awareness, inflation, exchange rates, and consumer spending.
With reference to Porter's 5 forces, we must take into account how the company is going to compete with nicotine replacement products, such as electronic cigarettes, nicotine patches, and gum, etc. In order to overcome this, we advise the company to produce a lighter version of their existing brands of cigarettes.
This has been j.gomms.
Thank you for listening to our presentation.
I hope you can take this information in account.